Hello friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deepa from DeeZinesByD and here is my second post for the month for the Spellbinders Birthday Celebrations collection. So today I'm creating 5 cards with the Craft Your Birthday Celebrations Embellishment bundle. So basically you can purchase this bundle on the Spellbinders website. I will have the products that I've used in this video linked in the description below in my blog. So click on the link below for my blog, and within there you'll find the links for all the products. And I would appreciate it if you did buy through there if you were inspired by me, because it does help me keep bringing you more videos. So let's go ahead and take a look at this great bundle. It comes with these bisque confetti pieces. You've got a nice paper pad. It comes with some ephemera, some puffy stickers, and some flat stickers. And they all coordinate, which is the thing I like the most about all of these bits that come in this bundle. So you get like 4 sheets of stickers, including numbers, which are perfect for monumental birthdays. And then you also get this foam letter sheet. There's 2 sheets with all of the letters on there. And I just wanted to show you this little trick. So I have this little butter tarts tray, and I kind of keep like a few of them. I don't quite get too many butter tarts anymore, but when I had like cravings for them, I used to get a whole bunch. So I keep these aside, and basically when I'm using my ephemera, I just kind of put them in this little tray, and then I can kind of search around for what I want in it without creating too much of a mess. So let's get started with card number 1. And I like to start all my cards by kind of looking at my paper pack and deciding what I can use as my background. So I first of all chosen this beautiful foiled diamond type background, and I'm going to attach it to this one is actually 5x7. And it's a bigger card, and I'm actually going to use the little border sticker that comes with the sticker set to add a little bit of a border at the bottom. I'll just attach it and cut it down to size, and I did do that mainly because my paper pack, the pad is 6x6 and my card is 5x7, so I had to add a little bit more at the bottom to fit the larger card. Now I've got all of the beautiful little tags and sentiments that come in the ephemera set, and I'm sorry, I never say that properly. So anyways, I'm using all of these little tags to just create a neat little background which has all of the little tags and sayings propped up with some foam just to create a bit of a background card. I love using this technique to make cards, especially when you have bundles of ephemera, because you know that everything coordinates, so you really just have to kind of organize it on the front of your card. And this set is such a joy to create with. Now, I haven't really worked with card kits for quite a while, and so when I started doing this, I wasn't too sure if I was going to be any good at it. But once I started doing it, I was only going to create 3 cards. I ended up creating 2 more, and I could have kept going, I'll tell you that much. So now this beautiful puffy stickers set with the little rainbows also has these cute little hearts in it. So I thought I'd add 3 of these little hearts at the bottom right corner of this card just to kind of finish it off. And I also added maybe another heart on top of that center tag. And then I finished it off with those beautiful bisque shiny confetti pieces. And that is my first card, which really took no time at all. Now we'll move on to card number 2, and I'll start with this beautiful pink kind of cloudy looking paper with the foiled lines. Now the way that this paper is if I cut it down to size, I'm going to have to cut it on the top and bottom so the pattern is centered. So that's exactly what I did. And this card is a little bit of a non-traditional size. It is actually a 5x6 card, and the reason why I made it 5x6 is, again, my paper pack is 6, so the size is 6x6, and then I made it 5 because I didn't want a square card, and I still wanted it a little bigger to fit all the things that I was going to put on top of it. So I'm going to add this beautiful "May Your Day Be Filled with Cake, Candles, and Confetti" little sentiment card here on the front. And then I'm going to take all of these banner type sentiments and just attach them to the side of this larger piece here, just to create kind of like a flag card. I just thought that all of these colors and little sentiments looked well together, and they went perfectly with this confetti piece. So I'm kind of lining these up. I'm propping them all up with foam, and I like to add the top and the bottom. Then it's easier to kind of space out the pieces in between. Now, if you are a subscriber to the Spellbinders sets, the card kits, they actually come with a whole bunch of A2 size cards, which are a great base to use and get started with, but I've always been somebody who likes to create bigger cards. So I find that especially to get like the most out of all of these beautiful pieces, I create 5x7 backgrounds and backgrounds that kind of work with the pattern paper. Have those two other pieces that I had cut off the front, and I've actually used them on the inside of the card to create a bit of a top and bottom border. Now you've got all of these beautiful rainbows, so I didn't use it on the first card. I decided I had to start using them because they look really nice. I was tempted to save them, but no, I have to use them. And I added a few to the front, and then I'm also going to add some along with some of the flat rainbow stickers to the inside of the card. There were also some foiled stars on those flat stickers, which I added around the front. I just thought that it brought out more of the foiled background there. And that will basically complete this card. Now, I think that the best size that does work with the paper pack is an A2 size card, which is probably why I fiddle around a lot with all of these pieces to try to get them to fit on larger cards. But hey, if you do like making larger cards like me, I'll definitely show you how to make this work. Now, moving on to card number 3, there's this beautiful floral paper that they have in this pack, and here again, I'm using a mini slimline card. So as you can see, I'm really not sticking to that A2 size. I'm just all over the place. So I've got my mini slimline. It is, I think it's a bit bigger than 6. I think it's 7 by 4 inches. I've added 2 little pink panels or strips at the top and bottom, and that's how I'm going to make this paper fit on this card. Have a top and bottom border, and I did match the cardstock to the colors that were on the pattern paper. I'll simply glue down the pattern paper and cut off any excess. And now I have one of the tags or the sentiment cards that come with the ephemera, and I will attach that to the center of this with some foam tape. Now you see how everything kind of works well together, but you still get different looks. I really love that about these sets. So there's a rainbow theme going on, there's a flower theme going on, there's also kind of like a lines or triangle type geometric theme going on with this set. I love how you can kind of pick and choose everything from each part of the bundle. So from the stickers to the ephemera to the papers, and just make them all coordinate and work well together. This one was really simple. I tailored the background to the size of the card. I added that beautiful sentiment in the center. That card basically takes up the whole entire card, and then I just added some sub-sentiments and some embellishments. Card number 4, I decided to kind of go outside of the kit or the bundle, and I got the diagonals plate from Spellbinders, and I did some foiling on some pink cardstock with some polished brass foil. So you can see that foil beautifully, and the reason why I did the diagonals is because of this pattern paper which comes with the pack. It's got some diagonal triangles going on here, so I thought this diagonal plate would kind of match with this. So I could cut half of that diagonal piece that I just foiled, and then use the other half lining up that diagonal line with the pattern paper to create basically a card background with 2 different patterns, one a little bit more subdued than the other. And again, I used the pink because it coordinates with the pattern paper. So that's basically what it's going to look like. I'll go ahead and take my card base, which is an A2 size card base. I will attach that first triangle to the top, and then all I have to do is kind of add some adhesive to the rest of it. I did cut off the diagonal, matching it up with the foiled piece to make sure that it matches. And now I can just attach it and cut off any overhanging pieces to make it fit on my card base. And then once that's done, then I just kind of have to add a sentiment and some other little pieces to make everything coordinate and go together. Now, keep in mind, there's that corner of the pattern paper I cut off. I'm actually taking that and I'm attaching it to the inside left panel of the card. So again, this is another way you can coordinate your front with your insides and basically use up what you have. Now, technically, if I didn't use that piece, I would have just kept it with the paper pad, and I just keep any extra scraps with my paper pad so that I can use it for other projects. I usually just tuck the extra scraps inside the the cover flap of the paper pad. But I think another way, you could use those little storage pockets that you use for your stamps, maybe a Ziploc bag or something like that, or maybe even a file folder, that would work. Now you can see I have put the main sentiment, yay for today, and then a sub sentiment, happy birthday, and then I couldn't resist using those glitter foam letters, so I put an HBD for happy birthday, and then I added the little dot from the exclamation mark right at the end just to make it different. Of course, I couldn't just leave it like that. Now, once I completed this card, I decided that the join between the two papers looked a little too rough. So I cut a strip of this glitter cardstock. Now, this is the glitter cardstock from the All Aboard card kit from Christmas last year. As I mentioned, these really come in handy to keep and use those specialty cardstocks in your future projects. So I have been using that piece of cardstock since Christmas last year. Anyways, on to card number 5. Now we have these beautiful rainbows, which I just had to use. I couldn't go without using those, especially since they're going to coordinate with those puffy stickers, right? So I've got a pink card base that I'm using. This is A2 sized. I cut my paper to create a little bit of a border, so it's a little bit smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think I actually made it 4 by 5 1/4. Then I also cut a white piece and scored it at 4 1/4 so that it would fit on the inside of my card. So of course I cut the top and the bottom portions to just allow for a little bit of a border on the inside and show that pink. And now I've attached it to the inside of the card, and I've made sure to kind of fold it properly so that it's going to open and close nicely. And I'll also take my scoring tool to make sure that crease is proper. Then I'm going to take the extra piece of scrap pattern paper that I used on the front, and I will attach it to the inside. So another reason why I love pattern paper is I'm a huge fan of decorating your insides to match your front, and there's always scrap pattern paper. So it's always a great idea to use that on the inside and make everything coordinate. So now I've got all of my little pieces of ephemera. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I have that little tray and I kind of just sort through and pick all the pieces that I want to use. I plan it out ahead of time, so I kind of put it down and see how everything works together. And then now it's really just a matter of putting everything on the card. So I'm using, again, some foam squares to attach that main large sentiment piece. Some of these other little pieces that come with the ephemera kit. And I find with using these sets, it's really imperative to layer. The more layers you have, the better it tends to look, especially since everything coordinates so nicely. And it's always a good idea, if maybe you're noticing that things look a little bit too busy, to use pieces of solid cardstock in between too. I didn't actually do that here, but that's an idea for future cards. So you'll also notice I made my ephemera work for me, and I kind of cut it down to size to fit on my card so it wouldn't cover up some of the sentiments. I've glued down that piece along with a little tag that says yay, and then there's this cute little circle that says loved on it, which I just added there for a little bit of a change in all of those corners and create some change in geometrics. That black happy birthday stands out so nicely on the pink there, and then I went ahead and added some more of those rainbow puffy stickers, because I mean, with the rainbow pattern paper, you have to use those stickers, or at least I think you do. Again, I'm always so stunned at how everything coordinates, and the best part is that the thinking's pretty much done for you with everything being so coordinating. The colors coordinate, the designs coordinate. So I mean, I didn't even really notice that little piece in the center, the pink panel, actually has a rainbow on it too. It all just went together so nicely. And then I just used some black jewels to kind of jazz it up a bit. So these are all of the cards that I created today. I hope that you've been inspired to kind of take a look at this bundle and maybe purchase it and create a bunch of cards for yourself. I only made 5, but you could probably make 20 cards out of this kit, if not more. Another thing to keep in mind is this is a happy birthday kit. So if you're a scrapbooker, these kits are perfect for scrapbooking as well. I could take some pictures of my girls on their birthdays and just put together some layouts pretty easily with this. So I hope you've all liked my video today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for future videos. And don't forget to check out my blog link in the description below. All of the products are linked there, along with there's some more inspiration that I had posted earlier in the week with some of the other stuff that was released by Spellbinders this month to celebrate their 20th birthday. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.